So, two comments that I'm going to reply to. The first one is, Dorian, why are you so against the family and sowing bad seeds in the mind of people? All my videos, family's not everything. And then number two, the comment that was left, which was so eye-opening for me, that Black people are not the only ones that have to deal with that, dealing with family not being everything, or when their family is telling them that family is everything. You know, Indians, and I believe this person that commented is Indian. Indians, deal with that. Hispanics deal with that. And the ones that I've talked to, they're like, yeah, we'll live in our house, 9, 12 people. And it's so true. So it's not just Black people that have to, navigate through this. Family is not everything. Going with the flow of family, even if it's not in alignment with you. So I was pretty, grateful for that comment. It's a great observation that we're not the only ones that deal with that. Just in the live, when me and Ricky was talking about it, he was saying that, it comes from slavery as far as our ethnicity, our race, our culture. It comes from slavery. That's all we had was the family when we were dealing with that part of life. But anyway, it goes further back, and I'm going to address this with this Christian, a professing Christian who I believe is religious, said that I was sowing bad seeds in the minds of people by telling them that family is not everything. And let's just address that. Only because she's a professing Christian, it doesn't just go back to slavery. It goes back to the Jesus you say you serve. If anything, then don't read your Bible ever again, or tear out that part where he didn't get along with his brothers, where he ignored his own mom and brother when they tried to call him out from teaching in the synagogue. He ignored them and said, no, this is my family. This is my brother. This is my sister. Those are who are in alignment with the will for his life. Okay. So this is also a very, very powerful revelation that I just got like right before I did this video. Why come you don't see scriptures where Jesus was trying to heal his family? His blood brothers were jealous of him and they did not get along. They weren't even following along with him in his journey. And again, like I said, he ignored them. Why come you don't see scriptures where he was trying to heal his family, his relationships? He's this great healer. He's, putting people's arms back on, opening up the blinded eye. Why come we don't see where he healed the relationship between his blood brothers? I don't see any when I was studying the Bible for those many years. Obviously, because he knew that your own enemies would come from your own household. I do believe that's in the New Testament, in the Jesus time, that your enemies will come from your own household. And you don't see him trying to heal that, or you don't see any scriptures about that, because that didn't matter. That wasn't the point. He didn't care. It's about those who are in alignment with me. So that's the whole point of all these videos, this series that I'm doing, is that family is not everything. If it's not in alignment with what you're called to do, we're not here to serve our family. We're here to serve our own purpose and our own destiny. And some of your parents are so happy that you are living the life that they want you to live. They are so glad that you moved right around the corner like they wanted you to, even though your spouse was totally against it and wanted to start y'all's life, over there. Your family, your parents are so glad that y'all come every holiday, although your spouse wants to start your own tradition. Your parents, they posted online, look at my grandbaby and look at my daughter and her husband. She don't even like him. She probably never did, but she got pregnant. And if y'all were in the church, go ahead and get married. It's better to, marry it, than to burn, and she don't even like him. And you're here, your parents are posting your whole family and all the grandbabies, and we just love them. And my family, my daughter, she just did so well. Some of your parents are so glad that you took over the family business and you hate it. You're miserable. You don't like the marriage you're in. You don't like the job that you're in because, family told you to do it. And here's what's, I'm so glad that comment was made about, Indians and Hispanics and things like that, because sometimes you're cut off from the money if you don't follow along the family plan. And therefore you have to create and manifest your own wealth and your own money. And that's where people are afraid to walk away, because I'm going to get cut out of the will, or I'm going to get cut off, the family supply, if I go and do what's in alignment for me. So the message still stands. Family is not everything if it's not in alignment with you. And for the Christians that had a problem with those messages, don't ever read those scriptures again, where Jesus didn't get along with his family. And if you are being called out of the family that you were born into, you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Okay. There are other people that have to deal with it. I'm telling you, it's such a freeing thing. Yes, it could be scary if you've never addressed it and you've never thought, man, I need to step out. It's a scary thing. It can be. What's really scary is to live your entire life living someone else's life. What's really scary is living the life that somebody else has already planned and destined for you, and it's not the one that is destined for you. What's really scary is you being 57 and you have not even lived your own life yet. What's really scary is you're 57 and let's say your time up on this earth is 63. So that's how many more years left? 6. That's what's scary, is to continue living somebody else's life. The real issue is the lady that made the comment about, sowing bad seeds, is you're in a bubble because you have close siblings and close family, but not everybody has that. There are some real issues in some people's families. Or number 2, you're one of those people that is controlling. And I know this person. I used to be a part of that family, just to be honest. And there's a lot of controlling spirits in that family. And a lot of your family watches my videos. So you probably don't want them to hear my videos and hear the message because of the controlling spirit that you probably have, most likely. And that's why it's such a problem for you to hear these messages and think that I'm sowing a bad seed. That's not the case. So that's usually why people get upset, is because they're in a bubble. Like I was in a bubble thinking, oh, it's just Black people that have to deal with families, everything. That's not true. Until, the viewer pointed that out, that, every culture and race or like that, ethnic groups deal with that. So, your family right now, they are your parents, most likely, your grandparents, whoever raised you. They're probably super, super happy and you're miserable. You really are. You're not really happy. You're grateful and you're like, yeah, I'm blessed. I do have this. But on the inside, you're not truly, truly living your soul path. So you really want to experience that joy and that peace and, the anti-misery that you really want to experience until you get in alignment with your soul, regardless if your family is in alignment with it or not.